I am so happy to welcome you, Stine Moe Engelsrud. Thank you so much for being a part of this special book, Life After Trauma, and thank you for sharing your story.
Then I will say thank you for having me. It's such an honor. And I feel really privileged, and it has, done so many positive things for me.
Yes, well, you are no stranger to the way that art and expressing ourselves can do so many good things for us, especially when we've experienced trauma in our bodies. So I'm so inspired by you. I totally admire how you've been so strong dealing with this constant companion, as you call it, in your chapter of the book. You really describe what it's like to live with pain. You describe it in a beautiful way because you're a beautiful writer, you're an artist, but it really touched my heart to know how much you've gone through and to get to that point where you're like, do I really have to keep going on in this life with so much pain? But you dug deep for your children, for the love of your life, so that you could move forward. And I can't wait for you to share how art has been such a transformational part of your journey. But let's start at the beginning. You do mention that this pain has been this constant companion. Tell me about that.
Well, I think it makes sense to say that I've had periods of pain in a larger part of my life. And each time I've had this very close companionship with pain, I've just dealt with it like, putting a brave face on and just smiling, pretending I was smiling, and just went on to show that I'm not taking this. I'm stronger than you. Talking about pain being the you. But the last time it happened, when I got this a severe hip pain when I was pregnant in 2009, I found myself in, a misery where I felt like pain was too much for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with it anymore. I didn't have tools to make myself happy. Happy was not a word. I mean, even wanting to live, it was taking everything out of me. And when thinking about it now, when you did the introduction, it feels like I was so scared to tell anyone how miserable I was feeling. And I really had, in a way, cut off my own feelings, so it wouldn't hurt that much.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was, I had started this living up here in my head, and was kind of not concerned with what happened below my neck and down. So in a way it helped because I managed to do a lot of things, but it made me struggle more than I needed to, because I was not realizing how bad shape my body actually was. So I had to, the best word to describe it, I had to really crash into that wall.
Yeah.
Realize that, wow, there is no way I get out of this misery with the tools and with the ways I know. So, I have to think about something else. And that something else was really, and it's, I described this in my story, that it was a change, a shift in my personality, in my whole life, that I was hitting. I was constantly, going up against something. I was fighting. I was using all these hard, harsh words. I was fighting life. I was fighting my pain. I was fighting, my employer, my everything, the society, everything that I could fight. I was fight with. That was also the way I treated my body. I fight the pain. But the problem was that it only made it worse. So the shift came when I started thinking, should I, instead of doing all these treatments that makes me feel so ugly, so bad, because it is a lot of ugly treatments out there that makes you, that are painful. And I took all of them. So
Like what? Do you mean like pain
like
medications?
medications, I took injections of sterile water. I took inflammation injections in various ways. I took and massage can also be done in a very harsh and
Yeah,
not the gentle way. So
right.
a lot of the treatments that I was getting at that time was really just like we have a Norwegian saying. I'm not exactly how I know how it is in English, but it's like you fight the bad with more bad.
It's like I'll just overpower you, or
Yes,
it's aggressive.
I'm gonna get you. And then it all changed, and I said I was really down. I was thinking that I don't want to live if this is life.
Yeah.
And then I started saying, maybe I should start doing something nice to myself, something that I could really feel good about.
Yeah. And
Then
that was a big turning point, right? Like you
yeah,
decided, okay, I'm going to go for a massage, and not the beat the pain massage, but more of a relaxation,
yeah, just
gentle.
kind of spa massage,
Yeah.
what I was, envisaging. And the fantastic thing, that I feel like the universe provided for me was a therapist that not only did massage, but, saw me.
Hmm.
She saw through me, and she saw that I was in severe pain and didn't want to tell her about it.
Yeah.
And she knew how to read a body, and she could see the signs of what I've had been going through and where my pain was, and she really could see everything.
Mm.
But she wanted me to talk about it, but I wasn't into it in the beginning.
Yeah.
But slowly but surely, I kind of melted and got more comfortable with her.
Yeah.
And then I started, sharing small parts. And then, I felt this warmth from her heart. And then that made me, just crack up, and I told my story. And, if there's one thing I want the listeners and the viewers to take home from this, is that when you share the bad stuff in you, you will feel relieved.
Yeah.
So find that person, find that someone, find that something to do that helps you relieve, get it out. Because the tournament, having to carry around on this evilness, if it's pain or if it's anything else, pain of being alone with it, that's
Yeah.
irritating.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, get help. That's where the hope lies.
Yeah, because you had already had such a successful career in the business world, and I guess it's part of that Norwegian Viking, like I'm just going to put on this armor and just go go go. So I love the way that you write in your story that there was a moment as she's working on you doing this body work that, like you said, you just cracked open. You gave up on this, hard exterior, and that's really when the healing began.
Yeah, absolutely. And very important also was that she managed to help me, get the connections between my head and my body,
Yeah.
so that I started listening to the signals. And it sounds really easy. It sounds like everyone knows they have a body and they can just listen whenever they want to. But if you've been gone through and gone into that line or track or whatever we call it, where you stop listening,
Yeah.
it takes some strong will and some time and some passion, and you need to be patient with yourself.
Yeah.
in that process of learning what your body is telling you. So I still, to this day feel like I'm in a learning mode, day by
Mm-hmm.
day, understanding, okay, I did this yesterday. Okay, this is, I'm feeling it here. Good. But what did I think yesterday? What was in my mind was, taking me. And then it's like, aha, yeah, that's why I have a stiff neck today. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm really like understanding and, analyzing to a much further extent than I did before. And
Yeah,
then I can take, much more proper care of myself. So
exactly.
if I'm tired, I actually lie down. And I never did that before.
Yeah.
Like never. I have 4 kids, and I was and my busy job. I was a consultant in my own company, and I felt like I was running the whole time.
Yeah.
So I was there were moments where I didn't need to sit down to think about what my life was,
Wow.
and it in a way it helped. But again, you need to crush that wall to really realize how much damage you've done to your body.
Yeah, unfortunately, we humans are like that, right? We hit rock bottom. Especially if you've stopped listening to the signs of your body. And some
Yeah.
of us might think, oh, if I stop, what does that mean about me? I'm weak. I'm not good enough. The self-judgment can creep in.
Absolutely. And there's one more thing that I have become aware of, and that is, I'm not sure if this is consistent all over the world, but at least in my territory, it's like I go to the doctor for the doctor to fix me.
Yeah, that's a very Western idea that somebody
Exactly.
out there has the answers. They have the answers. They can fix
Yes.
me. Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I need to go to the doctor,
Yeah.
and if they say they have to do surgery on me, it gotta be important, and I'm really bad, and it's good that they can help me. Now I completely changed,
Hmm.
and I know now that I'm the CEO of this body.
Yes. Yes.
I know what it needs, and I know when to do the things that is needed. When I'm in doubt, I consult.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I know the answer in such a different way myself,
Yeah.
and that's totally new. And it's finding the way where you can start healing yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And allowing the body's messages to be heard and communicated so that you can take action. I love that as you were on this healing journey, thanks to this wonderful massage therapist who had obviously, other skills, she introduced you to her mother, who was a particular type of body therapist, a Rosen therapist. And then you had this discovery.
Yeah.
You reconnected to a long standing passion for art, something
Yes.
that you had also denied and not allowed yourself to stay connected with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was, art was for me childhood, joy, fun. I remember that I used to love when we got these pencil cases with the different colors, and I could look at them and see how they, it's like the rainbow. And I was, you could, captivate my whole essence in my whole mind. But and when I had an accident when I was 18, I had a car accident, and my was quite badly hit in my neck. And there was a period there where I didn't exactly have, I felt that I couldn't go back to school to read because I was having too much headache. But I started doing art, took an art class, um, and I loved it. But the thing is that when I was done with this art school, I was healed in my body. Guess why? Because I was doing things that I love doing. But when I was healed, I felt like, now I'm back on my feet again. I need to do something important. I need to make money. I need to be like, stepping up the game. So I started going to this School of Economics and took my bachelor degree in marketing and started, got myself put together a family at the same time, same period, got 2 kids and started working, and then and it just, continued on. And then art was just, over there.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it. I didn't have time to think of it.
Yeah.
And now when I was in this period where I was really wounded in my body and I needed time to heal and, the tools to heal, I got this, it felt like an epiphany really when I was at this course, and there was an older woman there, who is an artist now. She had brought one of her paintings to the event, and I looked at it and was like, it talked to me. And I felt like, I could talk about this painting for hours because it really touches things inside me. So I went home from this course, not only with a lot of learnings, but with that painting. And she, because I couldn't put it in the car, she had to drive it home to me. And we started this, mentorship where she has guided me to get started with painting. And it's really not that hard, but you feel like, when you're in your 40s and you need to start kind of all over from start, again, you feel a bit, you need a hand to hold. So it was so good for me to have her and have some advices. I could send her pictures of my paintings and she would comment, and so it was like a teacher pupil relationship. Still, I got to do it the way I liked it, and that was really good.
Yeah. And getting back into art and realizing, wow, even at a certain age, you could still claim that for yourself and become an artist. And I absolutely love the art that I saw on your Facebook page. And it was remarkable to me because this picture of these two girls in this garden looked so perfect, like it was meant to be part of this book project, that you have graciously agreed to let us have this art on the back cover of the book. Tell me about the significance of this painting.
Um, First of all, I have to say that when you first mentioned to me, I felt like I was hit by a star. I felt like, yeah, wow, this is happening. Is this really happening to me? I felt so proud about it. So I'm really happy about having it there. But to talk about how the painting was created, it's the process I go through is that I start from just picking out colors that makes me feel, know about the chakras and the different colors that are tuned or connected with the chakras. And it feels like somehow I choose the colors I need for the particular painting according to how I feel. So I start just with colors, not thinking about what it's supposed to be or what I'm supposed to paint. So just work with the colors. And then I turn my paintings around a couple of times to see if there's something, popping out of the painting. And somehow, in a lot of my painting, you find kids and you find flowers. And guess what? I love kids and I love flowers. So somehow I'm sure that the universe, correspond with me in that way, and kind of tells me that Stine, kids and flowers are significant in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you should have in your back of your mind, and make sure you are connected with kids, and make sure that when you have the opportunity that you work with kids. And also for flowers, that I engage with flowers, that I have a garden, small thing inside my house during winter time, but that I ensure to recharge my batteries with flowers and natures. So I realized that that's really important for me. But you also see it's a portal. Um,
Yeah.
um, and for me, it's like you see the kids there. You go from childhood and I think you would like to talk about childhood as something innocent and nice and, a period of good times. And people say that, oh, I remember when I was a kid and have a lot of people have good feelings about their childhood, but not everyone. And that's why I feel, the significance, because there are differences between us. I see the significance about going through this portal with the flowers on the side, and that there are beautiful things in this world, but there are also things that can challenge us. And we're talking about a book called Life After Trauma, and I think that a lot of the traumas we have stem from childhood experiences that we have not been able to recognize. Uh, so and the thing is that when that I recognize when I started having people looking at my paintings for the purpose of buying. The first woman that came to me, she looked at that particular painting, but also a few others in the same style, and she was only supposed to be there, for looking at the paintings and go again. But she started talking. She stayed with me for 4 hours. These stories that she never shared with anyone else.
Wow.
That's when I realized that my stuff could do something with others. That, the communication, through colors and symbols are so strong and are much more strong than we think.
Yeah.
When we talk with words, same as music, you get to other places
Exactly.
inside of you.
Yeah.
When you have other tools.
I love it. I've definitely seen that in my own life, that art, like I can appreciate art. I don't paint like you do, but music for me is a way that I can express emotion and move energy, and it feels healing.
Yeah.
And so I love this vision that you shared with me, that having like a space, a physical space, it's kind of a cafe where you could talk and connect with people and explore art. So it's not like your typical therapy, but it could be really healing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and that's really I have that as one or my main objective, and I have already now started on outlining how I can start, slowly but surely after Christmas, just opening with having 3 hours at my place, just put it out there, and
Yeah.
people can come. They can drink a coffee or tea for free. But if they want to paint, they have to pay for the material. But I'll be there as an advice. And I want to create this atmosphere where people know that they can come and talk and play with colors if they want to. So I'm starting, low key at my own place, and I'm starting there because I know that when do something, the universe sees it and recognizes it.
Yes.
It will bring you people to partner up and new opportunities, so you can take your next step. So I
Yes.
want to start now.
I love it. I love that you've received some healing that has put you on a path to reclaiming this connection with art, and now you're going to pass that on to other people. Well,
Mm.
I have long, long wanted to get to Norway, so hopefully this would be a wonderful thing that I could come and experience some art with you. That would be awesome.
You are more than welcome. Absolutely. And it's I even though I see it, in as a startup, in as a low key startup, I have ideas, to
Of
invite
course.
people to make it, make some events of it here and there and see. I'm looking for venues, but I want to start by just showing and just making sure it's really, you know, accessible for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's fun, and it's you know, it's I'm here, and we start from there.
Yeah. And I love what you say. It's like you're saying yes to the universe with that first step, and then you can let it flow. It's
Yeah.
good so that you don't get back in your business head like, okay, let's make this whole business thing work
Yes.
out. It's like, no. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. I love it. Well, Stina, it is such a pleasure to be connected with you. I'm so grateful that you decided to share your story in this book, Life After Trauma, and sharing your beautiful artwork with us. People definitely get a copy of the book. You know, when you get the physical book, you can turn it over and see that beautiful painting by Stina. You can connect with her online. She's on Instagram and at Facebook at Art by SME, so that you can learn more about all the other beautiful paintings that she has as well. Thank you so much, my friend. It's such a pleasure to be connected with you.
Thank you so much, Andrea. It's been really a mind opener to me to work with this project, and I see this as first start. This is my first layer I lay out there. So there are layers that will come out in books
Yeah.
later. So I'm really happy about, you know, connecting with you, and it has been such a pleasure. And thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Well, I will see you in the new year, my friend.
Mm-hmm. I will look forward to it.
Okay.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
Good luck. Bye.
Did you enjoy that interview? I sincerely hope so. Please do us a favor and click that like button on this video and share it with someone else who needs to know that by expressing your feelings and reconnecting to your body, you too can heal. If you're curious to see some of the other author interviews, including some of the free gifts that many of our authors have, please visit us online at myliferewritten.com, and you'll see all sorts of little goodies there, all the author interviews and videos. And if you or somebody that you know has experienced some sort of trauma and now you are thriving, you have gone beyond trauma and you're enjoying a beautiful life, then I would like to hear from you. Visit us at makeyourmarkglobal.com to learn about our publishing options, and we just might be sharing your story in one of our upcoming books. So, my friend, until we meet again, please know this: you are a gift to this world. So share your presence with passion. Much love.